I'm gonna give you guys 7 tips that are gonna help you stay fit on vacation. Let's get started. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chief. Listen, I took a nice little trip out to California, much needed. We're doing a lot with the fitness content, with work, so I really wanted to just take a break and, relax. And, as I was on my trip, I kind of realized, man, it's really hard to stay fit on vacation. Like, what are things that I can do to help me stay nice and lean? I put in so much work to get to the point that I'm at now, and I didn't want to just go on vacation for a week and just throw it all out the window. So what are things that I can incorporate to help me stay lean? Tip number one is to enjoy your vacation. Go ahead and enjoy, eat a little bit of food, eat out because you've worked so hard to get here. You've already done your cutting. You've already, cut down on eating processed food, McDonald's, and everything. Now you're on a vacation, you're with your friends, you're with your family. Enjoy that time. Enjoy eating food. Like, don't let that stop you. Don't let that hinder you. It took me months to build this physique. Why would I lose this physique in 1 to 2 weeks? So you're not going to lose it in 1 or 2 weeks. Now, I'm not saying to binge and eat everything and consume 5,000 calories a day. I'm not saying do that. But what I'm saying is, you can enjoy and you can have a cookie, you can have a slushie or two, you know what I'm saying? But don't, just enjoy yourself because you're on vacation and you don't get this time often. So enjoy, when you get back home, you'll press the restart. So tip number 1 is to just enjoy that time with your friends, with your family, and enjoy, eat that food that you've been dying to eat. Sacrifice so much for, enjoy that food. And when you get back home, you'll press the reset button, you'll get back to work. But enjoy that time out, enjoy your meals, and don't overthink it. Don't overthink, hey, like, I'm not gonna lose all my gains just for eating this burger. Like, if you wanna eat the burger on vacation, enjoy a burger. Just make sure you don't have 10 burgers. But enjoy yourself. And you'll definitely, when you get back to work, your body will adjust to it. So that's tip number 1, is enjoy your vacation. Tip number two is stay active on your vacation. Make sure that the hotel you go to or the Airbnb that you go to, wherever you decide to go to, if it's your friend's house, your family's house, whatever, make sure they have a gym near you or there's some sort of dumbbell or some sort of cardio machine. Make sure you stay active. I tell people all the time, do not go on vacation and just say, oh, I'm gonna just take the week off. Because a lot of times you take that week off, 1 week turns into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turns into 2 months, 2 months turns into, now you need to get back in shape because you're getting ready to go on another trip a year later. So I always tell people, hey, stay fit on vacation, stay active. As soon as you wake up in the morning, go ahead and knock it out. Wake up in the morning, go get your 30 minutes of cardio and make sure you're moving around a lot. Just stay active, just have a convenient gym. Don't go and say, hey, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna drive 30 minutes to the gym. That's inconvenient on a vacation. There's already a lot of stuff going on. So just make sure you get a gym that's near you, that's in walking distance, or find a cardio machine. So just plan for that before you actually go on your trip. So I recommend, moving around, staying active every day of your trip, first thing in the morning. So that's tip number 2, is staying active on your trip. Tip number three, this actually goes hand in hand with tip number 2, and that's making sure you're walking, guys. Walking is very, very easy to do on vacation, especially on your traveling days. That's something that I realized. When I was traveling to the airport and I was catching flight to flight, I had looked up on my travel days, I had close to 15,000, 20,000 steps. And for me, typically it's hard to get 10,000 steps on a daily basis. So walking is something that I definitely recommend that'll help you stay active. Try not to stay cooped up in the house, laying down on the beach the whole time. Even if you're in the house laying down, or if you're on the beach laying down, get up and walk. Most of the time, these cities are in touristy areas, so the parking is difficult anyway. So, park the car and just move around, walk here, walk there, and you'll get those steps. And it shouldn't feel like a task. Shouldn't feel like you're working out like a big responsibility. Just try to incorporate it. There were some nights that we went out for dinner and, the weather's so nice. I'm actually in Washington, D.C., where it's freezing in December. So, now I'm in L.A. where it's warm. So, we're getting dinner, and then after dinner, we're just going for a nice walk. Even for you guys, I know you guys love ice cream. So, if you're eating ice cream, go for a walk. When you go to get the ice cream and then walk. Walk as you're eating the ice cream, but incorporate walking and don't make it an assignment. Just incorporate it in your daily habits. So that's tip number 3, is make sure you include walking in your vacation. Tip number four, major tip. Make sure that you eat more protein throughout the day and less carbs and fats. And the reason why is because at restaurants, like, you know, you're going to be going out to a restaurant, and those restaurants, the foods are very high in carbs and they're very high in fats. That's the issue most of the time with eating out, is that the fats are so high. So the easy way to offset that is on your vacation, when you're at home in the morning, you know, maybe meal prep a little bit and make sure that you're just eating your protein and, you know, maybe a little bit of veggies and a little bit of carbs. So that way you're saving space for your carbs and your veggies later on. That's something that I've always done to help me out. I do that even on weekends when I know I'm going out and I know that I'm going to eat pizza, I'm going to eat something else. I will cut my carbs and I'll cut down on my fats throughout the day, just so I save space for those carbs and those fats to not help me shoot over my macronutrients. So I never want to really consume 600 calories over what my macronutrient calorie is. So if I'm supposed to consume 3,000 calories a day, I never want to go over 3,500. So I make sure to leave a little space, so when I do go out and I eat, you know, the most I'll consume is either 3,000 or 3,500. But if I eat 3,000 calories and then I go out and I eat a pizza, now it consumes 3,750 or 4,000 calories, and that's too much. So something that you can easily do on vacation that I find to be really useful and really helpful is, you know, I would consume my protein in the morning and with some veggies, and then typically I wait until that lunch or I wait until that dinner, because I know that meal is going to be heavier with carbs and with fats. So that's tip number 4, is to make sure you consume high amount of protein and cut back on your fats and your carbs, so that way you can save it for dinner. Let's get it. Tip number 5, for those of you guys who are going to consume alcohol on vacation. Look, I get it, it's vacation. I understand that most people are going to consume alcohol and there's nothing that you can do about that. All I'm saying is, to offset that, make sure, you know, alcohol already has a lot of empty calories, so you don't need to like have it with a slushie or a smoothie every single night or a cocktail. Like, you can drink the alcohol, just take shots. Typically, if you take shots, you're avoiding a lot of those additional sugars from those slushy margaritas or cocktails. You're avoiding that. So I recommend, you know, just taking straight shots. And now, like, I'm not saying, you know, don't ever have a margarita, don't ever have a cocktail, but I'm saying instead of doing 5 margaritas, maybe do a margarita and a shot. Or, you know, then if you're drinking every night, then yeah, maybe have some nights where you're like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna have a shot or 2, that's it. But having margaritas after margaritas, I see so many people go to resorts, and they're on these resorts and they have their margaritas, they have their, you know, their slushies, and they're putting a bunch of alcohol in it, and it's just so much sugar, and then they're wondering how they gain 10 pounds in 2 days. So, you know, to cut back and not gain so much weight, just be mindful and simplify how much you're drinking. So that's tip number 5. Tip number 6 is do fun activities that you and your friends can enjoy doing, such as hiking, such as biking. That'll also help, you know, stay active. You know, typically on vacation, you know, I like to move around, I like to play volleyball. You'll catch me, you know, it get a little competitive, but, you know, you'll catch me doing volleyball, you'll catch me biking, you'll catch me hiking, you know, up mountains, climbing, so many different things. Like, there's so many touristy things you could do. You know, I've been to different places where we were hiking up mountains and moving around. That's a really fun thing to do, and that'll help, you know, stay active, because, you know, hiking is like a full body activity. You know, you're getting those back muscles, you know, those lats. You know, you're working on your core. You know, you're getting your steps in. You're building up those legs. So all those things are fun activities to do, where you can have fun, but you can also stay fit. So make sure, you know, you include that, because like what it really is just having a lifestyle around fitness, including, like, in order to be fit, you know, like, it has to truly be a part of your lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying, you know, we can't go out and play pool and, you know, go out, you know, do different things, but, you know, certain things, like, you know, they have a basketball court, you guys playing a 2-on-2 basketball game, that's fun, that's exciting, and then going to get some barbecue after, you know, whatever the case may be. So just really incorporating it a part of your life. So having those fun activities is a way to kill two birds with one stone, where you're bonding with your friends on vacation, you're having that fun, but you're also moving around. And those little things is how you can really just stay lean. And honestly, you can come back from vacation like, hey, I'm good. Like, I feel good at the vacation. I was still moving around. I wasn't eating too much. Like, I enjoyed myself. I had a good time, and that was fun. So, hey, that's the tip. Last tip of the day, and that's tip number 7 is fasting, and that's skipping out on your breakfast in the morning. So typically, you're on vacation, you're out late anyway, you're out till, who knows, 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know how you guys like to party, but whatever the case may be, typically you're sleeping in a lot longer. So if you're sleeping in a lot longer, it should be a lot easier to honestly just kind of skip breakfast. That's a way to just, cut out those calories. Like, I know if I wake up at 9, 10 a.m. on vacation, then, I might not eat my first meal until 1 o'clock. By the time I get showered, I get dressed. And I do that just so I don't have to worry about, the calories. I've already cut calories out just by missing breakfast. So those are like easy things that you can do that's not going to be too challenging. You're probably out eating late anyway. You were out eating, you had pizza the night before, so you're probably not even that hungry. So just wake up in the morning, get your day started, get dressed, get fancied up for wherever you're headed to, and then you can have your first meal at 1, 2 p.m. and that'll help with making sure you're not shooting over your calories. So something that I do all the time is just I skip breakfast, and sometimes I do it. Like, I even do it if I'm not on vacation. If I'm just at home and I ate a lot the night before, I may just push my meal back a little bit later. Have my first meal at 1, 2 p.m. just so I know, like, I gave my body time to digest all the food, and also so I cut out some calories. So that's tip number 7 is skipping your breakfast. Intermittent fasting a little bit. And as an easy, effective way to cut calories. That's tip number 7. All right, guys, listen, those are the 7 tips. So listen, I just want to say overall, enjoy your vacation. You guys work so hard to build a physique, and something that I struggle with. I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't want to lose everything I work for. And I promise you, I went on vacation. I enjoyed what I was eating. So you're not going to lose everything that you worked for so hard for. You're not going to lose your gains. So please go and enjoy your vacation. Yes, those are 7 tips that you can incorporate. But the most important tip that I can give you guys is to, enjoy your time. These vacations, we work so hard for them, and they don't come very often. So enjoy that time off, and then when you get back, you can get to work. Just, try not to binge, but, enjoy your time. Do things that you wouldn't normally do, and spend time with your friends that you wouldn't normally spend, and enjoy yourself, because, life is all about balance. It's all about having a healthy lifestyle. It's all about having fun. So these are memories that you're going to create, and you're going to come back and you're going to talk about these trips for the rest of your life. So make sure you're enjoying, and enjoy that. Have that burger. Don't go out in a restaurant and you don't eat that burger and you're on vacation. Listen, I make a lot of fitness videos. There's not going to be too many times I tell you guys, hey, don't eat the burger. So I'm telling you right now, hey, eat the burger. Eat the burger, okay? We're on vacation to enjoy ourselves, and we'll come back and we'll press reset and we'll move forward. So those are the 7 tips. Hey, listen, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the page. It's going to be one of the biggest fitness pages ever. We're making the best content. We're pumping it out every day. So stay tuned. We out.